Ok. Estamos en streaming en YouTube. Déjame ver si puedo poner el juego a escucharse. No sé por qué no se escucha. Ahí, ahora se escucha el juego. So, va mucho tiempo que no juego Disco Elysium. Tenía un playthrough que habíamos grabado 4 episodios. Vamos a grabar el quinto ahora. Va a ser cortito, pero vamos a jugar. Yo estaba con una personalidad psicológica, I guess. I don't remember how to play it, to be honest. Yo creo que puedo jugar mayormente con el mouse. Equip this to discover secret orbs in shady areas. Equip this to open locks. Equip this to open lock containers. Esa es la ropa que tengo. Escape, right? Don't remember what I have to do. Yo creo que tengo un journal. I do have a journal. Track down your badge. Right, this was on Monday. Now we're on Tuesday. You have no idea where you are, Lena. Encourage you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. You told Lena Morel is missing because of the broken water lock. She's still worried he hasn't come back. Let Morel know if you see him. No sé.
Oh, hello, dear.
Lena.
There you are again.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Of course, officers.
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
Okay.
The lieutenant pauses thoughtfully. Something in him breaks.
Ah, fuck it. Let's have more cryptids.
Well, the biggest cryptid is, of course, the horrible giant of Kokonur. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes. Mirage or psychogenous luminance. No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision. The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, others, fate unimaginable.
Hooey. No animal can be that large. It's a mirage.
He doesn't believe in it.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Great. This is great shit. You need more.
Cryobacter catlensis. Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kutla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanou some 70 years ago.
What's so special about it?
Bacterial colony Mijanou found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate. Certainly from before recorded history, Mijanou disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study. No doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life. Yes, the bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
It's actually a little hard to see. But do go on.
You mean there's an immortal geologist wandering the world? That's stupid.
Yes, and she's quite mad, too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away. We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing through her bloodstream. Yes, it's the kind green ape, half war story, half undiscovered species in the genus Homo. Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounded soldiers with its saliva. Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptids. Same taxonomic family, different genus. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own. Just like your partners.
I knew it. Kim, you're not human. I'm pretty sure Kim is the same species as us. To suggest otherwise is stupid. That's why I always have to take the lead, right, Kim? No.
Ma'am, you are confusing him.
Please don't misunderstand me, either of you. Human, as it is used in everyday speech, is hardly a taxonomic category. For all intents and purposes, you can be thought of as human, though Saolites do have some distinguishing characteristics. Different advantages, if you will.
Yes, advantages such as the flakier texture of zeolite earwax. Or
What?
nothing inspires pride in one species quite like speculative evolutionary biology. Perhaps we've had enough of that for today.
Perhaps, perhaps not. Perhaps I want to listen to more of this.
What an interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
Of course. All fairy
Invisible
tales have
cryptids?
someone or something invisible in them.
It's the Col de Mamadaqua.
Oh,
Its
what?
name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. The Col de Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track. That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction.
Damn.
They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mamadaquas. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
This lady really should be a teacher. She's really good at the explaining things thing.
I don't know what happens. Do they cancel each other out? I don't think so. They amplify each other.
No, dear. They can't.
It was
These
canceling.
tests were
Okay.
performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population.
Oh no.
Great regret washes over her. A wending cloth.
After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Mamadaqua population anywhere.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability. I like the story, though, ma'am.
I'm glad you did, dear. It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights.
Maybe it's predatory.
It's not. Don't worry. If it were predatory, we would have found it by the damage it inflicts.
I wouldn't be so sure. What if the damage is also invisible?
Like nothing, it's such a high-pitched sound that us humans can't hear it, nor can other animals. It could be ringing right outside your window and you wouldn't even know it.
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves. But there's no evidence to support this theory.
What am I listening to? This lady, I mean, it's interesting, but it's... What does it have to do with what's happening in the game?
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagi ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing. When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range,
I've been here for 10 minutes talking to this
certain
woman.
anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds.
Songbirds.
The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic.
She transforms, when speaking about these strange animals, into a confident woman.
Yeah.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Coldamamadakwa, after the Paracanasian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent. They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them. Sequester, Time, Joscan, those are but some of the Mamadakwa they followed individually. What about what? I'm glad you like them, but I'm not really one to tell.
That's it. Where do I have to go? I don't remember the key that highlighted everything. There was a key. There we go.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
You're the gardener. You lied to me. You're not a gardener. I just wanted to know more about the place before I should get out. You lied to me.
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Wow. There you go, Kim.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. You're sure Easilio mentioned something about a lawyer, Elizabeth someone, but you're too dumb to remember what it was.
That's right. My character is dumb.
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
What? Who's talking to you, Titus? I'm not talking to you yet.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The world needs financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialist. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Arm uprising. What are the union's plans?
Get sober. Do your job. Ask your questions and get the hell out of Martinez.
What are you going to do to me?
What are we going to do to you?
Why did you say that? Did you forget you're a cop?
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
I'm just testing the waters here.
Goddamn right it is.
What the fuck, Titus?
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress. Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems? What you want is of no significance.
Oh, I like on Titus. Why
It's
is this
clear
hurt?
you like the hard stuff, Brota.
The what? Sounds like my stomach is growling. Why is my lower intestine going on about?
Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system. Fascism, Brota. You're going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, Brota.
What the heck are you going on about?
For the nation, smart. Best not to mention the woman issue too often. People are not ready.
What? No, fascism is about industry and politics and nature head. No, women. I'm absolutely okay with women.
Of course you are, Bruta. Of course.
Of course. Of course. That's a shoe? Oh.
This is where you say your bit.
Broad shoulder, man. What's with the beer can?
He's used to giving orders and having them obeyed immediately. You should not indulge him.
Okay.
Detective.
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you. Maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
Don't say anything. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the man hang out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe.
Who's Shanky?
For you.
Oh, I see him. Shanky's on the back.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
They're the ones that put him up on the tree, I guess.
I can't for the life of me
The body.
why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like...
Yeah, because originally we were trying to solve a murder.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Okay.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Really? You're suggesting for me to ask?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Wow, Kim. Good on you.
Container belt, like we use in the harbor?
Yeah, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Oh, he confessed.
As he speaks, his fists contract. Going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck. Goddamn right.
What?
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
There's no way.
They're playing to their considerable strength in numbers. Don't talk about arresting them. You'll only bring attention to your inability to do so.
Okay, so we gotta talk about something else than arresting. Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
What?
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was in Special Forces?
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
That's not enough.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
Yeah, that's intense.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Okay.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
The guy wasn't a saint.
He grabbed someone?
The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information.
This girl's on the mic, a beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming.
What?
Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head
That's
with a
crazy.
wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? No, yeah, he already has. Already said that. Right, but who did he rape then?
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
One more?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
This wasn't you?
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't...
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need...
What you need is to get the fuck out of
Are
my
we done?
face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
Wow.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but
It won't be for long. she means.
Okay.
It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
You murdered him just like that? No remorse? Who called the shots that night? Yeah, I want to ask that one.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest A. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest...
Titus, keep addressing him. He wants everyone to know he's in charge.
Okay, so this is another advice.
Who do you fucking think does?
He's so sure it's him. But it's not that simple. There's someone above him, or beside him, sharing the leadership. Hard to say who.
The one that's looking? There's a fat one. Point at Titus? It's not gonna be him.
He has authority in the group, but it wasn't him calling the shots that night.
Theo's a great guy. A great guy.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Not really.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service.
Yeah.
Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
Maybe wrap it up instead?
Let's see, when did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
So we got the killers, I guess.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No, I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you...
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Of nothing. Your
Prove
investigation...
your authority to Titus.
Leave Martinez.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going...
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials.
What's up with the insults, man?
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters.
No. Eyes here. You got business with my...
He doesn't want me scanning the room.
The boys are too eager to please him to keep their mouths shut.
Yeah. You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Wow.
Dennis, no one is fucking you yet.
What?
Calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture
A picture what?
of the actors here. You could take another look at the tracks in the mind on the
8% authority. I'm not good at that. Authority. Ahí lo dije bien. Lo tiré como quiera. Check success. What the fuck?
Swearing, drinking, spitting tobacco. Does this look familiar?
I get it, Titus. You really are the authority here.
Oh,
Must be you just like the real cops drinking beer.
you got a problem.
We're appealing to his good side.
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm drunk on the job. Too. I don't give a shit, just like you guys. No, I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. Because I have no idea how to do my job like you.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for 10 years. This was a dump before we put this outfit together.
Okay.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Did you know?
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
This is not about who did it. I'm getting sleepy. It's about the victim. She needs help. Someone's been raped. She needs counseling. We need to talk to her.
Titus?
He looks after her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you talk to her. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
Ow.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's
Glacia.
staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due.
I'm
With an
so
O
sleepy.
U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
I guess this one. Just try it, even if you fail.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so...
Oh shit, that got my morale.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
I know her.
How well do you know her?
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months. You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
What?
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
What do you think I meant?
Wasn't sex, drugs, you do karaoke.
Yeah, pretty much. No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
Yeah, I guess.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
Okay.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
I can feel that.
It was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
He points his beer can at you.
Again.
Good one, Ty.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die. Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Weren't you warned to not go down this path?
Not in the arresting mood?
A fearful,
Fuck, I fucked up.
like an electrical charge. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his easy. Walk back from the provocation. There.
Wise move. You about fucking time. Again? Seriously, man. Yeah. What?
Bueno, hablamos. Ya. ¿Y ahora cómo hacemos? You got an autosave? Where to now? Kim?
Officer, what was that? You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman? Is there something I should know before we talk to her? Okay, that's manageable. What you're saying is, you raped her?
No.
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity.
Then, don't ever say that. What else?
I met her in the hallway.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday. This is unprofessional. Not sharing information with me.
His opinion of you has lowered considerably.
Wait, what?
Yes?
I don't get it. I had no more options. Try to find that woman. This is her room.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm
Drawing her hair. Why am I so sleepy? Why am I so sleepy? Where is she? No, this is like a closet. I'm expecting to meet someone here.
Welcome to the roof.
Thank you.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, An athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
Oh no.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
Oh yeah, feel the power.
What?
Like riding a coppercycle.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
He takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Clasier Amandou.
Oh, it's sort of like French.
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Oh, that's confusing.
A bad memory, officer. Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And
What's so bad about that?
nothing, if you're no longer there.
Nothing if you're no longer there. That's clever.
I'm 28.
He takes a drag.
Something stupid.
Wanna hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts. Ask him if they're cancer. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
No, no. More stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death. I would.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Right.
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then?
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit. Many things. A roller skating instructor.
It's the
Oh, I know your type. Yeah, I know your type. Because I'm that type too.
Miss Aranye. Now there is something you should linger on. All things considered, very. Now linger.
It's not appropriate, but we're gonna do it anyway.
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37 in Oranje. It's a competition for stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most beautiful.
Yeah, if you put it like that, it's horrible.
When you have the fewest deviations from the norm, I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess. No, I was the most stupid and mediocre.
Oh no.
And I got a crown and a sash and a scepter for it. And a scholarship to study Oranese lit.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. I would offer you coffee, but I'm afraid you can't.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
What?
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How are you gonna find it though?
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel document. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom. If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. Okie dokie. The record. So, yeah, it's pretty deluxe. I'm wintering.
How long have you been?
About 4 months. Funky town. I'm winter.
How long have you?
About 4 months.
Repeti.
I came in funky town. Okay. Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult... By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered. She looks around. The sun has risen over the...
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake? Yeah, I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Oh, wow.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing.
And his role in the strike was...
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe.
Too soon.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to...
We partied.
Party.
A lot of partying.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Oh, it is.
What did you do when you...
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed.
De todo, se metieron de todo.
Making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and...
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out, with longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes. I made it. And I would appreciate it if you
wow.
tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
It is confidential.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah, I
None of
understand.
these. I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little with nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into
Which landline?
the one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline.
Why go through all the trouble?
It was stupid. I was drunk too.
Thank you for making the call, miss.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there. Pretty much.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
I'm 89% sure.
89.
You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't. In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
She takes a long, hard drag off her cigarette.
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a little.
Like you partied with...
No, not.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of...
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said...
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea. Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs. She breathes a silvery sigh of relief.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Yeah, I think so. What is this? The journal. Some kind of superstar. What about this? Do I have like a point? Total 10. I don't know where. This one, is it complete? No, I don't have a point. I don't have a point. Okay. What do I do now? I'm falling asleep here. Active. This is the one. Yeah, I need to go back.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no, if not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor. She may be trying to control the...
Okay, we're out. Which way did I come in? Whoops. What is this? Oh, this one's my room. It's so messed up.
The bed is still cold from the break.
There's no time to rest. I fixed the thingy.
The window stands broken in its frame. The morning light hurts your eyes.
get out of here. There's nothing here.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The law.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
You want to have the moral high ground.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch.
Wow.
She's fucked up.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her.
Titus Hardy!
Success. Titus backs off. Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south...
Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second...
Look, Copper.
There it is.
We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man. You don't care about evidence. The fuck...
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions.
No, I want the truth.
I won't be on your bulletin. What's on it? We call it the Dorgun Mega Mix. You know why? Won't. You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university. We have machines.
Understood? You've listened in on their communication.
Since way before their chiefs started.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't.
It sounds bad.
Down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those...
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to
The
this?
car?
Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cucks.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a...
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it.
What else do I have to do?
You'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Okay. Did I gain a level? I did gain a level. Psych. Yeah, just keep it like that. Save it. You done? Dorgun Mega Mix. I have to find a place to listen to that. I don't remember.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay. What time is it? It's been an hour. Like, I was gonna play more, but I'm super sleepy, so I have no idea what to do. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I did not exit this building. How do I save it? This quick save. And then there's this. I usually play for a couple of hours, but I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna go crash and then I come back. Did it save? Yeah, it did. It did. Well, Cutting it short, but I'm gonna go to sleep. Bye.